Reports are coming out that the New York Giants are interested in hiring Jeff Stoutland as their offensive line coach, and John Harbaugh has to get the deal done. If you want that to happen, if you want the all-world O-line coach, Jeff Stoutland, to be the O-line coach for the New York Football Giants, hit that thumbs-up icon right now. This is New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. And will Jeff Stoutland be a New York Football Giant? We're going to break that down on today's show. If you missed the news, we talked about it yesterday. Longtime Philadelphia Eagle offensive line coach Stoutland has stepped away from the position. But it's a little bit more complicated than that. I do want to set the scene with this. Jordan Renan tweeting out this morning, here's what I can tell you. Jeff Stoutland won't be landing with the Giants this offseason. And look, Jordan is one of the best in the games. He is reporting what he has heard. I'm not saying it is wrong, but our guy, Jeremy Chuggs, who is at Super Bowl Radio Row, he met up with someone that is extremely close to Jeff Stoutland, Brian Baldinger, and Baldy had this to say about Stoutland.
He didn't retire. I think he's going to coach. I bet his phone was ringing off the hook today. Anybody that could land Jeff Stoutland will make their team infinitely better for a long time. He does things that nobody else in this league does. And I don't know why they don't, and I don't have to reveal what he does, but his things he does, nobody else does. He's simply the best in the business.
Whatever the Giants have to do to make him want to coach this team, they should do. Just like they went all out to get John Harbaugh, they should do whatever it takes to get Stoutland. Make him an offer he can't refuse. You just sold 10% of your organization for $1 billion. Not saying give him $1 billion, but give him a check that would make him the highest paid O-line coach and comparable to other top highest paid assistant coaches in the National Football League. Baldy made it clear. He thinks he's going to coach. And I don't think he's just saying that because that's what he thinks. I think it's maybe what he knows. We'll find out. The contract thing with Stoutland, it could get wonky because the way that it was announced was that Stoutland was leaving the Eagles. But the Eagles have already hired a new O-line coach. And the reason that Stoutland left the Eagles was because they removed run game coordinator responsibilities from him. The way I digest that is, you moved him down. You subtracted from his job title, and he left. You essentially pushed him out the door without essentially firing him so he couldn't just go coach another team. I don't know 100% how the contract thing would go. Maybe it's something that the new VP of football for the Giants can find out. Stoutland, though, one of the best in the business. People from all over the NFL giving him love. Jason Kelce says, there is absolutely no one I credit more with the career I had than Jeff Stoutland. The consistent passion and his eagerness to teach pushed my teammates, me, and our coaching room to an amazing success. More importantly, we became incredibly close as people. It was more than just coaching and teaching. It was his presence and sense of urgency that was unaccepting of mediocrity and potentially left behind. That's the Giants need. Urgency that was unaccepting of mediocrity. He will undoubtedly be missed inside the building, and everyone that played for him. I am incredibly grateful to have played for Stout, one coach in person. I love you, coach. He gets a lot of love for Kelce, and for right reason. Listen to these stats. Jeff Stoutland, O-line in Philadelphia, over his 13 career years. 26 Pro Bowl selections, 14 All-Pro selections, 2-time Super Bowl champs, and just put up over 2,000 yards with Saquon Barkley a year ago. Jeff Schwartz, longtime NFL offensive lineman, saying the Eagles removing run game responsibilities from Stoutland is such a panic move, and it cost them the best O-line coach in the business. That is why I believe he should be free to go coach wherever he wants if he does want to continue to coach. His job was O-line coach and run game coordinator. You take away run game coordinator from, of course he's going to leave and go do something else. I don't really understand why that is so tricky. And it sounds like that it was Nick Sirianni was the one that forced him out, saying Stoutland was not consulted about the change to what he felt was an appropriate degree. Classic Nick Sirianni pushing out a Hall of Fame coach. He's really good. He is like the quarterbacks that aren't very good and win a Super Bowl, and they get hyped up because they won a Super Bowl. He is the Trent Dilfer of NFL coaches. Get it done. Find a way to get it done. Work around the contract. Figure out what it does. Like, it seems like a long shot, but do what you can. Do what you got to do. One of my biggest concerns with Matt Nagy is he has not been able to create a dynamic run game. I don't know if you can do this, but, like, is there a way where you could make him co-offensive coordinator with Matt Nagy and run game coordinator and O-line coach? Therefore, it would be an upgrade in job title, and then he could leave? Can Nagy take a hit to his ego and do that? Can you even do that? Can you have two offensive coordinators? I don't know. You might have to get tricky with it. You're going to have to be creative. But, man, I would like to see the Giants get this done. He's the best O-line coach in the game, and the Giants, they need to be able to run the football next year. If we get any more news, we get any more updates on this, we're going to get you guys a video ASAP. Hit that subscribe button and lock us in. We got to talk about some other coaching staff updates coming up momentarily. First, though, with the big game just a couple of days away, the time is now to get hooked up with PrizePicks. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use that promo code, and you will get $50 in lineups once you place your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks is also hooking it up for all of the real ones as they have a max discount. What does that mean? The stat total that they have set for Drake May is at 0.5 passing yards. Pair that with one other player pick, and you got yourself a lineup ready to go. I'm going to take the more on Sam Darnold's passing yards, more on May, more on Darnold, and hopefully I win 3 times what my entry was. It's prizepicks.com/CLNS. Download the app, create an account, use that promo code CLNS, play your first $5 lineup, and get $50 in lineups. And you don't even have to get that first one correct. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. NJ.com wrote this. The Giants will be very much interested in hiring Stoutland if he decides to remain in coaching next season. And, like, not that's breaking news, but, like, that shows me or makes me believe, or maybe I'm just wanting to believe it, that there is a way that they can get this done. John Harbaugh negotiated to have an unlimited budget when it comes to building a staff. This is why. So when the best O-line coach in the last 15 years becomes available, you find a way to get him on your staff. What does the rest of the staff look like? Well, Mike Garafolo tweeting out today, the Giants interviewed Arizona State offensive coordinator Marcus Arroyo for their quarterback coach job. The former UNLV head coach and longtime college assistant had a brief stint in the NFL in 2014 as the Buccaneers QB coach. This hire, so important. Not sure if it's going to be Arroyo at this point. We talked about Martin coming over from the Baltimore Ravens potentially. He's not going to be retained by Baltimore, but you need a guy that could get the best out of Jackson Dart and work on those little things that we talked about. Footwork. Dart's footwork wasn't great this year. Staying even, marrying the feet and the hips to the throwing motion, and finding a way to be better at throwing the ball down the field. You look at where Arroyo has been through his coaching career, it's all over. From San Jose State to Prairie View A&M, back to San Jose State to Wyoming, to Cal, to Southern Miss, Tampa Bay, Oklahoma State, Oregon. Then he became the head coach UNLV, and then the last 2 years he's been at Arizona State as the offensive coordinator and the quarterback coach. I don't believe, though, he calls plays. I think Dillingham does. Art Stapleton is reporting that there have been discussions, about adding former Wake Forest head coach Dave Clawson to the Giants offensive staff. Unsure at the time what this job would be, as I thought I saw a bit of news there. My eyes are playing tricks on me. But Clawson, what job could he be coming for? Maybe it's the offensive quarterback coach, Maybe it's the run game coordinator. Unsure. You look at what he's done at his time. He was head coach at Wake Forest. Prior to that, head coach at Bowling Green. Prior to that, head coach at Richmond, Fordham, Villanova offense coordinator. I always forget they have a football team. Tennessee offense coordinator in 2008. Been offense coordinator a couple of spots. Been a head coach at 4 spots at the collegiate ranks. Very experienced. And we've seen Harbaugh pluck from the college ranks before. He did it with Mike McDonald. He did it with Jesse Minter. Hopefully he can find the next one of those guys on the offensive side of the ball for whatever position it could be. Make sure you are following me on social media, because if we get any more news about the coaching staff or anything Big Blue, you're going to find out on my Twitter at @MarshallGreen_.